Hey guys, what's going on today? Thank you for joining me. All right, so today's Wednesday morning midweek report. We're going to talk about a lot of the little things that are going on, around the city. Things that are probably not getting too much notice, like Mouse in the House mentioning Mylar bags being discontinued, or the sale of Mylar bags being discontinued on Amazon up until August 5th. So August 5th, guys, you have up until August 5th, sorry, to buy Mylar bags. So get them while you can. If anybody can let me know why, I think they said something about environmental, but I don't. They didn't actually get into details as to why they're stopping the sale of Mylar bags. I think it's a little, interesting. I don't think it's a problem. They said that they could sell clear Mylar bags, but colored Mylar bags and what you call it are off limits. So, not sure what the hell that's all about. Moving right along. So that's just a tidbit bit of information. As I put it packing up. Yeah, they didn't give a direct answer, but you can get them. So, cartel supposedly. That's weird. Thanks for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Dan, appreciate the 5x5. Thanks. So yeah, they're not quite sure why. I got an email yesterday. I'll post the direct link to Amazon's website where they talk about the Mylar bags and the discontinuation of sales. So I again, it's just something to consider. Anyway, okay. Anyway, moving along. So here in New York City, guys, as a lot of you know, crime is absolutely getting out of control. I think crime is getting out of control everywhere around the nation. We had that. What was it? The mall shooting where the gunman was gunned down by a good Samaritan, right? So that was actually that was a good thing. Pinball set cartel is using. Uh, Dan and Mouse in the House. Yeah, but they also use what you call it, electronic or digital scales now to weigh their drugs. They're gonna discontinue that too. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that Mylar bags are being discontinued because of drug use. Drug users or dealers use everything, and if not for nothing, guys, if drug dealers are looking at this, they're gonna get their Mylar bags on eBay and other sites and other individual stores. So the dropping the sales of Mylar bags because of drug cartel is an absolutely stupid, what you call it. They didn't stop using saran wrap because drug dealers were wrapping their coke bricks in saran wraps. So, I mean, again, I think that if that is an excuse, that's stupid. I doubt that's the excuse, but I never saw drugs in Mylar bags. I've never even heard of that. Thank you, right? Supreme Super God. That's the other thing. They sell drugs in Ziploc bags. They're not stopping the sale of Ziploc bags. So that excuse doesn't make a lot of sense. But whatever. If that's the bullshit excuse they're giving us, then that's what it is. But I'm not buying it. Not fucking one moment. PackFreshUSA.com. So Linda from Let's Talk Prepping said she bought hers from PackFreshUSA.com. Again, guys, you're going to be able to get them from other places. You're just not going to be able to get them as fast. This dude, the watcher. This dude's promoting. I'm not promoting Mylar bags. I'm just saying get your Mylar bags while you can. There are other ways you can. Mylar bags cause cancer, made from aluminum and plastic. Uh, Again, I didn't hear that either. I didn't hear that it was a health issue. They said it was. They actually the health something or the environment something. They said something about environment. They didn't say anything about health. Sorry. So I don't know if that's true. Aluminum, yeah, but again, we have our food in aluminum cans. So that, again, that's not a plausible excuse. Drug dealers and cancer. So those are the two excuses we're hearing. I'm not buying either of them. So whatever. Let's move along. So again, guys, back to the crime in the cities, if you will. So we had again that Good Samaritan stopped the gunman in the mall. That scenario, if you will, is a scenario that the Democrats don't want to hear or have replayed in the media. You are not seeing it everywhere. You saw it on some media sources. You even saw it on CNN. But interestingly enough, when CNN and I think New York One reported the Good Samaritan stopping the shooter, I I found it interesting that right behind him saying, well, he stopped the shooter, but he broke the law or he broke a moral rule. They had to throw in that he broke an insignificant moral rule, which is not to be armed. I guess that mall doesn't allow firearms in it. So what are they going to do? Get him in trouble for saving a lot of lives? And the fact that the media brought this up, obviously CNN and New York One bringing it up, they're scumbags. They're bags of shit for even bringing it up. That is such a minute problem in comparison to what he did was save a lot of lives. He saved tens, if not hundreds of lives in that mall. If the gunman would have fucking went bananas. So again, and only one person died, if I'm not mistaken. Watcher, a lot of us are already designated to get Alzheimer's, so I'm not worried about it. So nice try. Yeah, but if it's made from aluminum, isn't the inside coated with plastic? Which is probably why it causes cancer. But listen, I doubt very much that's the reason why they discontinued it. The cancer causing agent. We are eating, we have technology, we have a ton of shit that causes cancer. They're not stopping that. So again, I'm not buying that idea. Or that reasoning, if you will. Sorry. Yes, vision preparedness. They wanted to report the mass shooting at the mall, but the gunman or the Good Samaritan stopped the shooting. So, and yes, Militant Roost, they still sell cigarettes, man. So, again, the Watcher, every excuse you thrown out there, it's like full of holes. So, next, try another one. Try to throw another idea out there. Yeah, Victor Maxwell, exactly the point. So, on a lighter note, Sesame Street's in trouble because apparently their characters snubbed two little black girls. Now, to be fair, guys, the caricatures or whatever you want to call them, I guess they're called caricatures, right? Or Muppets, whatever the fuck they're called, they always do these parades. They do these parades day in and day out. And so with that, they're not too cognitive of what's going on around them because they have a limited view. But there was another video of Bert, I think, ignoring a black kid, and then he had these two little black girls being snubbed as well. So regardless of how it looks, it's what they're making it, and what they're making it is into a bigger issue than it probably is an issue. I'm not gonna lie. I remember Donald Duck fucking snubbing my brother in Disney World when we were fucking small kids, and Donald Duck had said hi to like all the other kids but my brother. So there is something to be said about it. But again, this is just one of those things that I find interesting that now Sesame Street, guys, keep in mind, which is super woke. Super fucking woke Sesame Street is, and they're getting in trouble for this. So I find it interesting that now the shoe's on the other foot, if you will, because now they're getting in trouble. They try to, get down with the whole gender shit and the pronoun shit. They had a whole episode on pronouns, Sesame Street, and now they're getting in trouble for this. So I think it's like poetic justice, if you will. They're finally getting a taste of their own medicine, if you will. So, interesting. It's just very interesting. There's an interesting problem they're having, and fuck them. Because all the bullshit that they try to get woke with now is biting them in the ass. So, sort of good for them. Also, with that, guys, another interesting group of people is starting to form. They're forming like cancer, guys. This whole trans thing. So whatever it is, it's transgender, transageism, or transage, right? Trans disability or disabled. There was something else. There was another one. It's gonna come. Oh, trans weight, right? Trans weight, or fat, or whatever the fuck they call themselves. So these are people, guys. Let's start with trans age. This is something new. This is a new group that's gaining momentum. And people are like, no, that's not real. You're lying. stop this video and look it up yourself. Look it the fuck up. I saw this and I was like, man, this is pretty fucking outrageous. People are now pretending to be the age they are not. So if they are a guy, to be fair, there was a guy about 3 years ago. He was like 51, 52 years old. He wanted to be 23 or 21 or something like that. So he actually went to court to get his age changed on his license, and the judge was like, no, we're not doing this bullshit here. So with that, guys, now there's an actual group of trans age, right? I think that's what's called, trans ageism. People who want to be another age they are not. So now we have to entertain this bullshit. Because I shit you fucking not, if somebody tells me they're 21 and they are clearly fucking 85 years old, I'm gonna fucking light them up. I'm not playing this fucking game. I'm not playing this game. I stopped playing this game with fucking transgender people. I stopped playing that game. Now I'm gonna play this game? The fuck out of here. And at least, guys, again, with transgender, not that I'm sticking up for them, but at least they're picking a sex and they can play that game for as long as their body can hold up with the drugs and shit. As long as they can hold up, they can play this game. They're going to realize when they're fucking like 60, 80 years old that they won't be able to play that game anymore. And they'll see. That being said, this trans age shit, what are you going to be? You're going to be 21 forever? And you are 21. So let's just say you're 55 years old and you're pushing to get 21 put in your license. And then you are 85 years old down the line. And you say, I identify with being still 21. Well, motherfucker, you're not moving like a 21-year-old. Whatever. Now this person dies at 95 years old. And in their obituary, they'll say, Harold lived a long life, born in 1883, and then now it's, whatever. Let's just say he was born in 1923, and he dies at 100. Let's make it easier, at least easier for me, because I'm stupid with math. So he dies next year, and they're going, Harold was born in 1823 and died at the age of 21 years old. What the fuck? Seriously? So now, vision preparedness, thank you. He says, my bank account identifies as a billionaire. Again, guys, how far are we going to go with this trans crap? Whatever the hell it is. We opened up the Pandora's box with transgender. And then at least transgender too, they're looking at some of this shit like, no, we're not playing this game. We're not doing this. I fought because I believed I am whatever, X, Y, and Z. But now we're going to play this game with age, weight. There are people out there who think they're lighter than what they are. If their scale says 225 pounds and she's fucking a female that's 5'5", she's like, well, no, I'm 101 pounds. No, bitch, you're fucking 225 pounds. We're not playing this game. You're not going to tell me and lie to me that you're 101 pounds and I lift you up and I throw my back out. The fuck out of here. You can't imagine obesity away. You can't, guys. If you are fat, you are fat. Identify as being fat. If you tackle your bullshit, guys, you're going to be able to handle it better. If you try to hide behind it, you're an asshole, right? So if you are a fatikins, you are fat. You're not going to sit there and go, well, I identify as being skinny. No, you're not. You're not skinny. You can't get on this ride. Do not pass go. If you get on this roller coaster ride, you will kill everybody else on it. Take your fat ass off of it. If you want to get on this roller coaster ride, lose weight. If you want to jump out of a fucking plane, lose weight. You can't sit there because the weight thing, guys, again, this bitch, right? Let's just say this orange hair liberal chick is now saying she's 101 pounds. Meanwhile, she's clearly 300 pounds. She goes to a skydiving school. Skydiving school is going to be like, you're not 101 pounds, and we are not jumping out of a fucking plane with your fat ass on the front of me. Right? They're not going to do that. And she's like, but I'm 101 pounds. I meet the criteria. No, bitch. We're not doing this. Out. And then she comes back with a lawyer and a lawsuit, and this guy gets sued to oblivion because, he didn't fucking appease this bitch that was going to bring them both to their death. Because they jump out of a plane, a 300-pound chick is going to fucking plummet out of the sky like a fucking anvil and kill everybody on the ground. Fucking anybody standing anywhere in a 3 mile radius is going to die because she fucking came out of the sky like a meteor. But whatever. Um, we're gonna see these kind of problems fucking, you know, pop up over society, man. I almost guarantee it. It's insane. People are gonna play this game. Dan Phillips, I am AP. People are gonna play this fucking game and then what? Right? So again, cut her loose. Vision prepared said, cut her loose in the air. You could do that too. Um, right. Listen, guys. It's crazy. I don't understand this age shit. And then if you got the trans, I think it's transhuman, right? Where people want to be a different animal. So people are saying that they are a koala bear or a polar bear. I'm like, if you a koala bear, get your ass back to fucking Australia. Go. Disappear. Bounce. I don't want to fucking hear this shit. And take some, what do fucking koala bears eat? What's that plant that they eat over there? Eat some of that shit and relax and get the fuck out of here. I don't understand this. I don't understand why people are sitting here pretending to be something they're not. I mean, again, you know, you know, it's for us to say that yes, people can do what they want. I get it. As long as it's not hurting anyone else. Okay, I get that too. The old school transgender community, they dressed up like whatever they dressed up as and they wanted to be left alone. Right? They were fucking Sarah and they lived their life as a chick and they didn't force anybody to play this game with them. They played it. If they were respectful, people were respectful to them. And that was it. And that's how normally I'll operate around transgender people. If you're respectful, I will fucking be respectful to you. Period. But you got other people now wanting you to sit there and play the game with them. Playing this game that hurts, yes, CE, hurts our brains to play this game. This motherfucker who has a goatee, long hair, painted nails, a skirt on, with a fucking Megadeth t-shirt on, is sitting there telling me he's a chick. We're not playing this game. We're not doing this. So, guys, interestingly enough, society today is going to make us, the regular folks, look like psych patients. And they're going to make the psych patients look normal. Right? We're fucked, man. We are fucked 1,000 ways to Sunday. We are fucked. Eucalyptus. Thank you, time traveler. Eucalyptus plant. Have a fucking eucalyptus tea and shut the fuck up and get out of here. Take your ass to Australia. So, also, guys, this is a theory. This is a theory I have. With this bullshit that's going on, and we're going to talk about the Ukraine-Russia war. It seems like we're giving a lot of weapons to Ukraine, right? A lot of missiles and shit to the Ukraine. Is it possible? Now, I don't know the stockpile amount or the weapons amount that we have in this country that we're able to give that much away to the Ukraine, and we keep giving them weapons. But isn't it plausible, or could it be plausible? Not isn't it. Is it plausible that we're giving enough weapons away to pretty much disarm ourselves, our country, so that when we get attacked, or if we get attacked, now we got nothing to use, or very little to use? Because this is insane. I mean, I'm watching the Ukraine president's wife was asking for more weapons. What? Yo, you better fucking start sharpening spears and get some rocks out of the rubble of your fucking buildings that are on the ground and start chucking them at the fucking Russians, because this disarmament is, this is how I'm looking at it now. Every fucking article I'm reading, I'm like, we're giving them X amount of weapons and we're giving them a lot of it. Now, again, I don't understand how much we have, so maybe I'm speaking out of my ass, and I will admit to that. But if we don't have that much and we keep giving them, aren't we putting ourselves in a shittier predicament if China and Russia winds up attacking with fucking Central America? Vision Preparedness says he's been saying this from the start. I mean, you know, now it's like it's dawning on me. I'm like, wait a minute, how much weapons can we give them? Like, seriously, I don't know, man. I'm looking at certain things a little differently. I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm just asking the question. All American Prepper says they are depleting our resources, so we can't fight back. Yeah, it's what it's looking like now. That's all. You know, that's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying that it is. I'm just thinking out loud, if you will, and hopefully that makes sense. No water. Oh. I fucking did CrossFit, guys. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I took a cold shower right before I came on here because I was sweating like a fucking whore in church, like big time, right? And I got home and I couldn't stop sweating, so I took a cold shower and I'm like fucking 1,000% better. But today, for the first time ever, guys, if any of you done CrossFit before, um, normally you go through the steps, right? You do the opening workouts, which is like, strength movements, mobility, and we did that. Then it was time to do the WOD. So the WOD was a major that died in Iraq, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, the WOD was a pain in the ass. But it was time to do the WOD, and everybody left. I mean, they got their shit and bounced, and I'm like, where the fuck's everybody going? And they left, and I'm like, all right, maybe they're going to come back. And then they didn't come back, and I'm doing the WOD by myself. I'm like, holy shit, these motherfuckers left. Now, it wasn't that hot in the gym. It was actually cool, but I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen motherfuckers take up before. They were like, bye. I'm like, where? And so I spoke to the coach. He was like, they didn't want to do it today. We did squats, deadlifts, and push press, which is shoulder press. And then we did this WOD that was fucking, I was ready to puke. It was so bad. I've never in my life fucking wanted to fucking kill myself in the middle of a workout. Like, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? That's weird. Yeah. So, anyway, guys, crime in the city. Another 14-year-old yesterday, a few blocks away from me, was shot and killed. Well, okay. Yesterday he was shot in the leg and he was shot in the head. And then, he got into the hospital, which was Harlem Hospital. And then he wound up dying this morning. This kid, interestingly enough, guys, his parents had moved out of the area that they used to live in, which is 128th and like Adam Clayton or Malcolm X, which is about a few blocks from here. With that, they come back to the city after moving up to Yonkers or something like that. Come back to the city to see their friends and say goodbye and all this other bullshit. And then the kid gets fucking shot in the head for visiting. Shit's out of control, man. And then you got a fucking pervert on a bike, on an e-bike, running around groping chicks and, molesting them or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's attacking them. E-bike creep wanted for 3 sexual assaults in New York City. And there's video of him doing this shit. But because he had a mask on, but they know what he looks like. I guess he took his mask down when he got close to his victim. I don't know. Off-duty cop gets slashed while trying to stop a shoplifter in Duane Reade. At this point, it's not even fucking worth it. If Duane Reade's doesn't care about their shit being stolen, why the fuck would cops care? Like, it's stupid. Oh, my favorite story, guys. My favorite story today is AOC pretending to get arrested. I know you guys seen the video. I wish I could play these videos, but I can't. But AOC, if I can find the clip, I'll put it in the community board. AOC was pretending to be arrested. The bitch was walking. She was at an abortion rally. She gets detained, and she puts her hands behind her back and walks like she's being arrested. And then, as she's walking like this, she goes and waves at the people. I'm like, and then puts her arm behind her back again. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? Yo, we are in a different level of crazy now. We got motherfuckers pretending to be arrested, to pretend that they're fighting the cause. I didn't know that Ilhan Omar did that either. Again, stupidity, guys. Yo, this country's toast. Listen, the only people that are gonna fight are the true Americans, and then everybody else is just gonna sit idly by and watch the Chinese and the Russians walk all over them. But we're fucked, man. We are FUCK. Fucked it. And of course, not that anybody cares, because I don't know why they reported this, but I'm going to report it too, because senseless news. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez gets married. Yay. Yay. Honey Boo Boo is looking to lose weight. Now, Honey Boo Boo, I think she's 18 now, 19 years old. A lot of you remember her. She was like the cute little dancing girl, right? The little fat meatball that was dancing on the stage. Anyway, so now she's grown and she's doing weight loss surgery. So I'm like, you know what? If you stop eating Twinkies and drinking Mountain Dew, maybe you lose the weight. You know? If her mother jumps on a bicycle and puts a Twinkie behind her on a string and has her run after the Twinkie, maybe she'll lose some weight. But nonetheless, a lot of people are turning to weight loss surgery as the cure, and I think it's bullshit. I think people should absolutely work harder. That's it. You know, Enigma the Gray Man, Ben is simping. I guess. Yeah, listen, guys. The weight loss surgery shit is out of control. I mean, I know that it's an easy route. I know some people use it as the catalyst to lose weight. So they start it off and then they start working out, and it works for a lot of people. But when you're drinking, Mountain Dew covered Twinkies, it fucking is bad for you, right? And it's gonna put a lot of weight on you. So you should absolutely stop. Stop. And she's a young girl. So she's 18, right? 18, 19 now, or 17, 18. Yo, she should fucking start working out. Fucking CrossFit. Fucking play dodge Twinkies. Have her line up against the wall and start throwing fucking Twinkies as hard as you can at her and watch her fucking dodge. That'll burn some calories. That'll definitely burn some calories. And, of course, guys, the hipster battle. The hipster battle of all hipster battles. Strollers at bars is sparking what they say debate, but it's actually arguments. So hipsters are rolling up to bars to have day drinking with their babies in a stroller. Honey Booby's only 17, bro. So right, so that's even worse. She's 17. She should fucking be working out. Thank you for even making my argument even more. When you're that young, you shouldn't be doing weight loss surgery. Seriously. Because if you're that lazy and you can't fucking shed the weight, you're going to do weight loss surgery and then do what? Put it back on? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, so guys, hipsters are fighting it out now in Brooklyn. They're like, get those stupid baby strollers out of the bars. First of all, I don't know what parents are doing in the bars with babies, but I get that you want to do some day drinking and you could do it outside the bar, but you're day drinking with your baby and you're inconveniencing everybody with those obnoxious fucking strollers. Sheena said she lost 330 pounds herself, and you probably did it the right way. You didn't fucking, skirt it. Supreme God, believe it or not, Honey Boo Boo has a boyfriend. I think the kid is older than her, too. I think he's like 23 or 25 or some shit like that. So, again, somebody, listen, there's love out there for everybody, right? Even if a little fat dancing meatball found love, I'm pretty sure anybody can find love, I mean, her mother's a fucking train wreck. I mean, it's whatever. Speaking of train wrecks, before we go off the air, I know a lot of you saw the video of the... Yes, right, Automatic and Prepper said you'll never exercise your way out of a bad diet. Absolutely right. Speaking of train wrecks, I know a lot of you saw this video, because it was all over the internet, of that little kid, the little black kid in diapers or underwears or whatever the fuck he was wearing, smacking the shit out of the cop's leg and like telling the cop, "Fuck you, you're." I think he said, "You fucking faggot." I'm pretty sure the kid said that, right? You're a fucking asshole. And the kid was like 4 years old. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? How the fuck? So now I'm looking at this kid and I'm looking at the other kids around the kid, and the parents are not stopping the kid from doing this. The kid's cursing at the cop like if the cop fucking killed his best teddy bear. And yet, the parents ain't doing shit about it. The cop is just looking at this kid like, I know what this cop is thinking. This cop wants to kick this kid clearly across the street, but he can't. Right? So, with that, man, that kid's life is fucked. Frugal Fixer said, I didn't see that. You got to look on Instagram and follow law enforcement. So let me find their account real quick. But I think it's underscore law enforcement or law underscore law underscore enforcement. I'll see if I can find it real quick. But they're a pretty good fucking page. Law enforcement, one word, law enforcement underscore. See if I can share the shit out of this. Share this profile. Negro? No, just kidding. Copy URL. Boom, copy. You guys, I'll get you the URL to it, and if you guys can link to it on your phone, by all means, do it. But anyway, if you look for the video, you see the parents, you see the little kid, one kid hitting the cop, and the other kids are cursing at the cop. But this one, the anger in this kid's face is unfucking real, guys. Unreal. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, listen, clearly, you know, kicking the kid across the street is the better option, but you can't do it, right? Nah, fuck it. You probably could. I mean, you know, I don't know. That kid should have got kicked across the street. Fuck him. That little fucking bag of shit. You know, and people are like, he's only 4 years old. Fuck him. Fuck him and his only 4-year-old bullshit. The fucking parents are teaching him. And you know what, guys? That kid is going to be a fucking drain on society. That's the sad shit about it. That little kid, the link's in the chat, that kid's going to be a drain on society. And there's nothing you can do about it. Taking him away from the parents maybe could do something about it. But that kid is fucking, that kid sucked. That kid's done. Toast. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys. As a civilian, I would have punched the parents right in the face. Right in the face. That's fucking bullshit. But the way that kid was carrying on, kicking and hitting the cops, and like I said, if you watch the video, you have to look for it on their page. But I think it's like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. It was pretty bad. Also, for those of you that don't know, before I go off the air, the bodega guy who was arrested for self-defense, charges were dropped yesterday. So, charges were dropped yesterday because Alvin Bragg said, and I quote, "It would be hard to prove it wasn't self-defense." I'm like, what? It clearly was self-defense, and of course it would be hard to prove, but the way he worded it was weird, and he had to wait a week after everyone told him to do it, and he did it on his own. Supposedly he did it on his own, but he was definitely pressured into doing it. So anyway, the bodega owner got free, so he's done. But he's got to live with fucking killing this asshole, and which pretty much ruined his life. Anyway, guys, with that being said, I'm going to go off the air. I do appreciate you guys joining me today. Do me a favor on your way out. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down or whatever the fuck floats your boat. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow night. And if not, Friday night. But most likely tomorrow night. But we shall see. All right, guys. Other than that, thank you for joining me.